It's not enough to feel alone and not be heard. Don't know right from wrong and your lines have all been blurred. Is it me, is it you, or is it something I deserve? 'Cause everyone of the world, we are the children of the world. We're going up, up, up. Things are coming our way. We are the children of the world. We're rising up, up, up. It's a brand new day. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know I played my part to a point where I was done. Now I fold my cards, game's done, and you had your fun. Is it me, is it you, or is it us you're running from? 'Cause everyone else knows the children of the sun. We are the children of the world. We're going up, up, up. Things are coming our way. We are the children of the world. We're rising up, up, up. It's a brand new day. Whoa, 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 Our blood is pumping, and our hearts are jumping. We are the children of the world. We are the children of the world. We are the children of the world. We're rising up, up, up. It's a brand new day.
Hey everyone, it's a Friday afternoon in New York City, November 12th, 2021, and it's 61 Fahrenheit, 16 Celsius, and it's 5 o'clock p.m. here in front of the Macy's Herald Square building. We're going to be exploring Manhattan today. It'll turn into Friday evening as I continue on this live stream. It's looking so busy right now in the city. I just did a walk along 5th Avenue from Central Park all the way to the Empire State Building, and then walked over here to start a live stream. Today I want to explore a little bit of Midtown Manhattan all the way down to 14th Street. Haven't been down there to the Hudson River area in a while. Or what I can do is explore the High Line. I haven't been there in a while either. Yeah, let's go to the High Line. I'm almost repeating the same walk I did yesterday from where did I walk from? I forgot, but I ended near Hudson Yards. But now I'm going to extend this to the High Line and walk the High Line. If it's open still. I don't know what the hours are. Glad you could join in. Most Metropolis wasn't paying attention, but curious if New York City traffic is bad again. Yes, it is, because I was stuck in traffic in the city of Binghamton, upstate today. Yeah, New York City traffic is pretty bad right now. I can tell you that firsthand just walking through the city. It's hard to move a few feet just due to all the traffic here. Let me see what the hours of the High Line are before I start walking all the way there. Oh, they close at 10 p.m. today. All right, so we got plenty of time. Girl in the curl, you love to see the fall fashion? Yes. I like fall fashion too. Here you can really tell how well people dress up because of the cold. They can put on more layers. And then when it gets hot, they need to take off clothes, right? Angela Washington says 2 live streams in one day. Yes. I did it yesterday also, and here I am again doing another back-to-back live stream in one day. Thank you, Carl Howard, $5. Action Kids World is one of busy streets, throngs of people, and sounds galore. The only solid wall built of money. Okay, Carl, thanks so much. Simon Daly, how did the video in Bryant Park go last night, Action Kid? You'll see it when it comes out, but I spent over an hour and a half there visiting every single stall in the Bryant Park Winter Village, and even you know, interviewing some of the store owners, so they appreciated it. But it was a good time to do it because it was already getting crowded, and during the weeknight it's much better. And I definitely do not want to do that video in the cold, spending an hour and a half in Bryant Park, sometimes not moving around, and freezing. At least if I get these videos done now, then when the cold weather really hits New York City, I can just keep walking, and that'll keep me warm from that. And we have Tom, the host of Wall Street Skate Pro, in the house, saying happy Friday. Welcome to you, Tom. Hope you're enjoying it down there in Florida. And Jacqueline Barrett with $10. Happy to catch a Action Kid live stream Thanks for the city views. Thanks, Jacqueline. Appreciate the support. Susan Peak will be here in 10 weeks. You're coming during one of the busiest times. Hope you're prepared.
But yeah, I'm gonna go this way. But
Jay Chris asking, when did the rain stop? It stopped around 2 p.m., I would say. Daryl, Jenny, you're watching me and you're watching Walking Commuter at the same time. Yeah, I opened up his live stream. I saw he's close to me. Andrew Lee says, great live stream of Chinatown. Oh, thank you. It was just the grand opening of the 98 food court, though, on Mott Street. But it was a great event there. If you want to see it, then check out that live stream. Frank says, thank you for this NYC live stream. Thank you, Frank. You're welcome. Girl on the Curl says that food looked delicious. It was. I didn't get a chance to try the pizza though because they were very busy, but another time. What I'll do is I'll walk to the spur of the High Line and then walk along the High Line to the end. Violet King wants to know if I've been to 1250 Franklin Avenue in the Bronx. I don't know that address, so if I pass by it, then I wouldn't know. I don't even think I've walked on Franklin Avenue in the Bronx. And Texman81, you want to thank me for my coverage of the Veterans Day Parade. I gave the best seat in the house. Thank you, Texman. During that celebration, there were even a few people who saw my video on the Veterans Day Parade, so. Pretty cool. Remember riding the train on the high. Hang out, grab some tacos on the corner of 8th Avenue and 34th Street. Frank, you had a great walk for the marathon. Yes. I ended up walking 14 miles that day. So I already did more than half the marathon walking around that day. All right, let's do it. What time? Whew, that was close. got the AMC theaters. So Chipotle, Dunkin' Donuts, and Five. It's a pretty good, it's an old school diner-like place. Nick Alimo, what video has? That's because I did it. All right, let me switch to Verizon. I thought AT&T would hold up well, but apparently it's struggling along 34th Street, and that's not a good sign. So I'll just do a hot swap of AT&T to Verizon right here, because I know Verizon works well here. Strange how it is, how it's struggling. You would think it's Midtown that there won't be any issues, but that's why I carry 2 different plans. Technically 3, but I rarely switch to T-Mobile. All right. We gotta do the SIM swap. It's funny because when I was streaming the Chinatown event today, Verizon was really bad inside the food court, but AT&T was the only one that did well. So that's why I switched to AT&T. But now I gotta switch back. All right, I'll be back soon.
I even had tickets for downtown Brooklyn that I never.
All right, I'm on Verizon now. Hopefully it won't lag as I go under the scaffolding on 34th Street. All right. Let's go. Nicolaimo. I have to repeat the answer because I guess my answer got cut off. What video is the tour bus in New York City? I'm going to be publishing that video tomorrow. I didn't publish it yet. All right, let's see if it lags here. If I'm going to have problems on Verizon. Robert says it looks good. Excellent. Thank you, Gary Ting with 2 pounds. Here's to a taco mate. Thank you, Gary Ting. Tacos sound good today. Thank you. Oh, Mary Reed asking if everyone saw my massage video with Jason Rupp, the foot massage. It's up on his channel. I shared a link to it in the community section. That foot massage was very painful. B&H photo and video stores close. They usually close early on Fridays to observe the Sabbath. Susan Peak, end of January, is it busy? In New York, no. Not busy in January at all, or February. Daryl Janik says, did my family enjoy the food from Chinatown? They didn't get a chance to try the food I brought today. But the other food in Chinatown is good. And he says, what's for dinner? Probably some of the food that I brought home. Thanks, the Matthews with €5. Really enjoy your walks. We'll be there in June. Greetings from Journey. Thank you, the Matthews. Appreciate the support. In June, you're going to be in for some great times in June. "28-year-old man, you notice not a lot of people are good drivers in New York." Well, I have to say about New York drivers, since I've traveled a few in around the country, they're very short-tempered, but they actually are careful of pedestrians and everything around them. So they do expect like bicycles and pedestrians, and for the most part, they do yield. Sometimes they are aggressive in doing so, but when I was in Los Angeles and Florida, those drivers, they're not really used to seeing pedestrians on the streets. So they drive very fast, and sometimes they don't even stop at all for pedestrians. So in that case, I feel that New York drivers are better, but they get more frustrated easily after being in traffic. You kind of get a sense of how drivers are when you travel places. Yeah, Nikki, true statement. It's very true. New York drivers are very short-tempered. They're very vocal. If there's something wrong with your driving, they'll let you know. That's right, yellow cab. Move up, a-hole. You're blocking the intersection. And then you'll get a few hand gestures thrown in too. That's how it is in New York. Lewis Thompson, when am I going to do a bike accident video? I haven't been on a bicycle in a long time in New York, so I don't know when I could do that. It's not like when I go ride my bicycle, I go look for these accidents, you know?
Yeah.
You need to get lucky to catch something that's kind of interesting to put it in a compilation. When I was riding my bike a lot more, it's you know, understandable that I'll catch a lot more footage on my bicycle, but now that I'm not riding my bike as much, you do get pedestrian encounters though. Thank you, Terry, with $5. Appreciate it, Terry. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it so much. All right, so I want to go down this way to get the Spur. Yeah, Frank, it's understandable. Everybody wants to get to work on time. And frankly, a lot of employers don't want to hear the excuse. A lot of employers are ruthless in New York. They're like, oh, I'm sorry there was traffic in the Holland Tunnel. Next time, leave earlier. This is gonna go on your permanent record, man. You're tardy. That's what they'll do. Or they'll say, oh, you got late on the subway. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to make it up. Bob says people should just leave 10 minutes earlier for work instead of rushing all the time. Yeah, it's stressful when you have to be somewhere at exact time, you know? That's why a lot of these employers now, they're doing like flexible work schedules or work from home, so it alleviates a lot of the commute. Lark says they talk like that. No, they don't really talk like that, but I'm exaggerating. But yeah, some employers, they're really strict on your schedule. By the way, this is the edge at Hudson Yards. There's a new exhibit up there where you can climb all the way up to the top and hang off the edge with nothing more than a safety attachment. Brett Conti, a New York City YouTuber, made a video up there. and Ma, you're pretty bad. It takes 13 minutes by bike to get to your job, but you leave 15 minutes before you start. I have to say, commuting on a bicycle is actually very predictable because you know how the streets are going to be pretty much. And a bicycle is very mobile. You can go in between traffic, but they're not immune to rush hour congestion either. You can't just go full speed on crowded streets because there's a lot of dangers that can happen in between cars. Traffic doesn't magically disappear because you're on a bicycle. It's definitely faster than a lot of other methods of transportation. I have to say that the most consistent way to get to work though is number one, walking if you can do it in New York. But for most people that's not possible. And the subway is very efficient despite the bad rap it gets. The subway does have its issues from time to time, but it's reliable. I ride the subway almost every day. All right, so the High Line is above me. We're going up here. High Line access points. Victory in the Scriptures. What street is this? This is 30th Street and 10th Avenue. Simon Andrews says, noticeably busier in the city now the borders are open to Europe. I have to say yes. I don't know if it's necessarily due to the borders being open to Europe. But it just may be seasonality as well. Okay. So this is the High Line. Very cool. Over here, there's a model of a drone on the High Line. Hey, Dutch Maz is here. Wish we got the giant pigeon instead of the giant drone. You know, there is a pigeon sculpture encased in the glass further down. Dutch Maz, another fellow YouTuber. I think he did a stream by the Coney Island area showing a secret beach. I was just scrolling through my subscriptions. I might have to check it out later. I'm curious to know where the secret beach is. You know, it's kind of interesting that they have this giant model drone over here, because for the most part, drones are illegal to fly in New York City. I've thought about getting a drone, but I know there's just going to be so many limitations. And I've researched it a lot. I don't think it's actually worth for me to get a drone. Because the way the drone laws work is that there's an old law that states that you can't fly like unmanned aircraft in a certain range. And I don't think it's enforced that much, but they can use it against you if you do like get into trouble flying the drone. I think there was one person who flew his drone inside the no, not inside, on the outside of 7 World Trade Center and crashed it, and he got ticketed. And he said that, oh, you can't be flying that here due to this old law. Yeah, that's right. Pizza reviews on the go. It's still legal, but it's not enforced. Yeah, it's not enforced unless you get into trouble with it, and then they can enforce it. There are drones that go underneath the FAA limit for registration, so based on that you can kind of debate whether or not it's a drone, and that might be a quote-unquote loophole around the law, because in order for it to be a drone it needs to be 250 grams, and the DJI Mavic Air 2 I think is 249 grams. And then there's other restrictions on drones, taking them off from public parks. And I also saw another law too, that saying that it's actually legal to take off the drone from property that you own or from private property. It's weird, like there's so many like laws with drones that I don't think it's worth it for me to get one. Yeah, girl in the curl, it's a lot more trouble than it's worth, really. If I lived outside of New York City and I regularly did videos outside of New York, then it might make more sense to get a drone, but there's this like iffy gray area whether or not it's allowed in New York. So I don't want to take that chance. Nikki with $10. Hi AK, your videos give me a good fix when you miss home, so thank you for that. I love New York. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I know, pizza reviews on the go. You can always use the drones when you go to other cities, but at that point it's probably better just to get the drone while you're there, instead of sitting on a drone and then it becomes outdated. Dutch Maz, what live streamers really need is an extreme weatherproof gimbal. No, you know what we need more than that, Dutch Maz, is good internet service. We need good internet service everywhere, because that's the bane of live streaming. So many times we do live streams and then all of a sudden it drops. And then people get angry at us because our stream dropped, and they're like, you didn't tell us why it dropped. What happened? It ended suddenly. So that was the end of the High Line Spur. Oh wow, did they extend the High Line, or they open this part of the High Line? Yeah, Dutch Maz, we need better cell service. Even in this live stream, I had to switch between AT&T and Verizon because Verizon, it struggled right near B&H on 34th Street. And then over here, Hudson Yards area, T-Mobile is really bad. Let's take a look at the streets below over here. Laurie, this is very pretty here tonight. You like all the lighting? We'll walk to the newly opened part of the High Line. They used to close this part off for whatever reason. But now we can walk all the way around to 34th Street. And then from there, I guess I'll walk back this way. Tron, you actually taped my phone to your drone to see if you could live stream and work just shaky. You have the video on your channel, too shaky though. You know, one way to get around it, all you can do is just get the DJI, well, assuming you have a DJI drone, the DJI app, and then all you do is just display the screen instead of the phone camera. So whatever's shown on your phone screen is what it broadcasts to the internet. So I've seen that happen before, and it live streams that way. Basically, you just overlay the screen capture onto your streaming software. Oh, this is awesome. This is all opened up now. Haven't been to the High Line in a while. Oh, Dutch Maz, you were able to live stream directly from DJI to Periscope. Hope that comes to YouTube. Hello. Oh, wait a second, it's not all open. Why is this closed still? This section, this section here has been closed for like 2 years now, I think. But then again, to the High Line's credit, whoever maintains the High Line, this section of the High Line isn't really like a direct path anyway. This one makes the most sense for people to travel on. But still, this area was nice. Why don't they open it up? Unless there's something that's structurally unsound with it. Yeah, David 87, you wonder. I wonder too. I'm glad I didn't walk to 34th Street and enter this way, because I would have had to come down here.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just Google Port Vessel.
Bob says you used to enter by the Javits Center. Yes, that was the entrance. Dutch, you heard it's closed due to maintenance. Okay. Maybe we'll see why if there's like signs on it.
in the lake.
All right. All right. I'm gonna activate my special abilities now. Action Kid superpower. Walk through walls. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh. Nope. I don't have superpowers. I can't walk through the wall. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did fool you. You thought I could walk through the wall, right? So here are the train tracks west of Penn Station. This is the Hudson Yards before it'll be decked over. Only half of the Hudson Yards is complete right now. Less than half. This is the eastern side of Hudson Yards, which is built up now. Smooth NY, is that the Long Island Railroad? Yes, most of the trains here are Long Island Railroad. I've seen New Jersey Transit trains here too. Ben Patana with $5 New Zealand dollars. When did the High Line last have a train on it? Good question. I'm trying to remember. I think it was in the 50s or 60s that there was a train last in the High Line. Hi! Or maybe we can read it here. When was the last train in the High Line? 1960 decline. Industrial use began to decline. Led to a reduction of rail traffic. Oh, here it is. In 1980, the last train rolls down the High Line carrying 3 carloads of frozen turkeys. For the next 2 decades, the High Line sits unused. So there's your answer. 1980 was the last train. I like this old picture of the West Side Cowboys. That's what they call them, because people were getting into fatal accidents with the trains. They would cross at grade level, and these cowboys would follow the train and shoo people away from walking on the tracks when the train was approaching. Because you imagine that. It's called Death Avenue, and they had to hire the West Side Cowboys. Death Avenue. We got great pictures here. Laurie says that sounded dangerous. Yeah, if they had to hire people to keep people off the tracks.
Most majority people are working like jobs. What they do.
Christina Carruth, Death Avenue as opposed to Death Boulevard, Queens Boulevard. Yeah, they call Queens Boulevard the Boulevard of Death, but believe it or not, Queens Boulevard isn't as dangerous anymore because the city did install some bike lanes along Queens Boulevard, slow down the traffic, put more parking on the side access points, so traffic there is slower now and it's no longer really a boulevard of death. But what is the new boulevard of death now is Northern Boulevard in Queens. Northern Boulevard is also the longest street stretching in Long Island. It's Route 25A, State Route 25A. And the Northern Boulevard name almost goes to the Syosset border. I mean, not Syosset, Suffolk border in Long Island. I think it changes names in Cold Spring Harbor. But Northern Boulevard, that's the new Boulevard of Death. And 25A also extends past Queens Boulevard, and it's known as Jackson Avenue. That's in Long Island City. But it's known as Northern Boulevard throughout much of the borough. Just listening, every time you watch, you learn something new. Thanks, Just Listening. I try. I still do a lot of, oh, I think it's this, or I'm not sure, but I'll try to let you know. Usually people are quick to correct me if there's a fact wrong or I'm saying something incorrect. I don't claim to know everything. Lynn C says, I walked Northern Boulevard from Queens to Long Island. Yes, I did a video there from Flushing, Queens all the way to the border with Nassau. That was pretty epic. And I also walked Northern Boulevard back the other way from Port Washington. Port Washington back to Flushing. Let's do a little detour here to the left and we'll see Hudson Yards again. Thank you for visiting the High Line. You're now leaving the park, entering Hudson Yards. This is where I was yesterday. JY63245N, you and Tom D NYC have lots of info that you keep in mind. I use that info to help with friends and family. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Tom D NYC, he pretty much a walking encyclopedia. The way he just spits out dates and names is incredible. I can't even remember years. I say like, oh, it's the late 1800s, but he'll say, oh, in 1956 this happened, and this person developed this, and it's this specific kind of design. That's a crazy memory. I don't know how he does it, but
No, allá hay otras fotos, vénganse.
But I have to be honest, I'm not really as much into history or facts as he is. I'm kind of more into the current day environment and what's going on now. And I'll use like some facts of history to incorporate into my walks. He'll like study everything. Thanks, Biden Flavor Corn Pop with 1999. Hey, Action Kid. Karen in Tokyo again. Your heavy equipment and mine are your superpowers. Your work in New York City and our country is awesomeness. I recommend you to all I know in Japan and around the world. Thank you and respect. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Stylish bunny. You wonder what they'll do to the vessel. Very curious what they'll do too. But I do know for the holiday season they're gonna light it up. They have lights all around the vessel right now. When it's turned on, it'll look nice. Pizza reviews on the go. I'm more of a current event expert as well as urban historian. Thanks, Pizza Reviews on the Go. From my experience, I've seen in my analytics a lot of my videos that I do a lot of research for and tell about history. They don't really get as many views or a lot of watch time compared to ones that I focus on the current day. So it's kind of interesting. And maybe that just goes to show you, like, the students in the history class. Your history teacher will be teaching you something and be like, in this year, George Washington enacted this law, and you'll be like falling asleep. Like, I can't wait for this class to be over. So maybe that's why. Josh Ray, you like the urbanist? He's good for historical stuff. Yeah, he's really good too.
He wasn't talking about her, was he?
No.
I really look into history when it's something I want to know background information on, but I don't want to tell like the entire area's history. Love to Trade 2009. The people behind me thought I was dabbing for the camera. Oh, was I? I don't know. I don't know if I was dabbing or not, but. Did you miss it?
It's a mouse. It was a field mouse. It's not a rat.
Victory in the scriptures, dab in the city. Ali says my focus definitely more on exploration of the cities and local places. Thank you, Ali. Even when I went to Los Angeles and other places that I've traveled to, I did delve into a little bit of history just to like establish my background there. Like, I want to know like why a town or a city is named a certain way, or what encouraged people to move in. So that's what I really focused in on. Oh, there's a public art over here. What's this? All right. This is a problem. Let there be light. One second. Huh. Looks like a mirror that's kind of has like flowy glass inside. Kind of strange.
Yeah, but when we watch that, if I ever do an expat thing, it's like.
POV HFR, you just did that with your phone's flashlight. It's better to have a dedicated flashlight rather than your phone's flashlight. I'm a big believer that everyone should carry a flashlight. You don't know how useful it is. And it can even save your life or someone else's life by having one.
We need to go more right than
Yeah, Ali say his phone flashlight probably uses a lot of battery, and it's also very it's very tricky to operate. Like, you'll be stumbling around with your phone trying to activate the flashlight, and then like your app froze and your phone won't work. So
Although you could never have Get out of their way. Hello.
that adult sounded frustrated with their kids. Get out of their way. Hello. Sounds like me when I was on my bicycle and bicycling up 8th Avenue and people were walking in the bike lane. Get out of my way. Hello. And those were adults walking in the bike lane, not kids. Oh, this will be nice to walk during the day too. These trees are beautiful colors.
I'm just talking to Kitty on the other line.
Really nice building here. Fernando. No, not Fernando. It's Rebel Poet 71 saying that building's awesome, designed by Iraqi/British woman Zaha Hadid. Looks futuristic. I'm not sure if it's this one that they're referencing, but it looks very, very nice. Nathan, do they decorate this path during Christmas time? They usually don't. Oh wow. Rebel Poet 71, that's it. Each apartment costs millions of dollars.
Oh, I researched this. Why does she need that?
This part of the High Line is fun. We're walking on an elevated walkway on an elevated train line. There's a lot of art galleries around here. This is Chelsea, Manhattan. Chelsea's known for their art galleries. Over here is the Mary Ryan Gallery. On certain nights, you can go inside those galleries, view the artwork, and you can get free wine and cheese, even if you don't intend to buy the artwork.
Like, yeah, just for any kind of, I mean, I don't know, maybe you can actually see a monitor.
Really nice view here. 28-year-old man, free cheese. Yes. Free wine and cheese. And you can just go art gallery hopping. You know how people go bar hopping? This way you go art gallery hopping, and you won't have to spend any money. But it's probably not a, you know, a good idea to do on your conscience if you just go here just to drink yourself so you can get a buzz, but I don't recommend it. Because then you're just taking advantage of their generosity. And Rosie, free, so cheap. I know. It's like, let's go art gallery hopping and get drunk. Oh, yeah, your artwork looks good. It looks like a Picasso. I'll buy it. That's how it works. Because the same thing happens when you get drunk. Sometimes a person looks cuter, or like they look more romantic, and that's the same thing that happens when you're drunk. You interpret the art different ways. That's the reason why they do it. Burger Croissant says, LOL. Your art looks good drunk. Yeah. Is that a straight line? I thought I saw a straight line before. Now that line looks really interesting. Yeah, that's right. POV says, explain some of their artwork themselves. Yeah. Oh man. I guess that works, right? The cheese and the crackers. Laurie, yeah. That's funny. Then you'll buy the piece in the morning, you wonder why you bought it. Yeah. Why did I buy this? This isn't Picasso. You'd be looking at your artwork, be like, wait a second, I thought I was buying cubes. Now there's circles. What? Why did I buy this artwork?
Hey, are you Action Kid?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, nice.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch your videos. So
Yeah.
I'm to be in one of them.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, see you around.
All right. Nice to meet you. Enjoy your night. Timothy O'Connell, that's a good movie idea, The Cube. Music for Dad says, great night for a walk. Oh, it's beautiful here on the High Line. Thanks, Damien Fencing with €5. Hope you're having a good evening, Action Kid. High Line looks amazing. Can't wait to return to New York City. Do I prefer the GoPro or the Osmo Pocket? You know, GoPros I don't really like as much anymore because they have a lot of quality control issues and they're very prone to overheating. Like the new GoPro Hero 10 Black, if you record on the highest frame rate, it runs out of battery in like 20-30 minutes, and they say, oh, it's due to overheating, and that's not good. So I much prefer the Osmo Pocket. The only reason why I'd really pick GoPro over the Osmo Pocket is that GoPros are very durable and they're waterproof, and you can use them for action activities like go on the water or go for skiing, and you might have a lot of equipment, but the Osmo Pocket wins. I have my issues also with the Osmo Pocket, or the DJI Pocket 2 as they call it now, but a lot less issues with those than GoPros. Yeah, POV HFR, it's not good the way they designed the GoPro. They suffer from a lot of overheating issues. I've lost so much footage recording on GoPros, and that's the camera I had to start off with. I recorded with the GoPro Hero 5 Black and the Hero 6 Black for a little bit, and then the Hero 7 Black for a while. And I did the Hero 8 as well, and each camera had their own issues. There's even a video I did of a GoPro having issues only a week after I bought it. And what GoPros have a lot of problems with are the batteries, believe it or not. Because I found that bad batteries, they happen way too often in the GoPros. They swell very easily and they don't fit in the battery compartment anymore. And bad batteries can even lead to corruption in the SD card. Big issue with GoPros. Laurie says, aren't GoPros usually used mounted on a car or the bike helmet? Yeah, that's most of the time that's what they're used for. Stylish Bunny, you have GoPro for vacation and it was not easy to deal with. Especially verbal command stinks. Recording or taking pictures is impossible with verbal command. I've never used that. And to be honest, I don't really trust verbal commands or attachments for cameras, because I believe that the more stuff you attach to the camera, it just makes the internals and the processor work harder, so there's more room for error or malfunction in the camera itself. Like my DJI Pocket 2, I was using the Creator Combo for a long time and attaching it to the Creator Combo, and I had more problems with that Creator Combo. Even though it added more functionality to the camera, it didn't do well over time because it kept turning off faster and doing all sorts of weird things. So it's better to just leave it as simple as you can. This is 14th Street, by the way. No, wait, I think it's 23rd Street. Yeah, this 23rd Street, because I see the MetLife Tower in the background. I thought it was further down than it was already. Yeah, Ali, you have to get what works. And you have to get the right camera for the situation. Like, you wouldn't be photographing that over there with a GoPro because it's so small. And not even with this camera, because I zoom in, it's all grainy. What you want is an actual lens that could zoom in optically. So there's a different camera for each situation. Yeah, POV HFR. Let's see how well it does with high frame rates. I know that's the main focus of your channel. With those high frame rates, you can really capture a lot of fast moving action. Yeah, that's another thing post-Lucid. You did a walk with the GoPro with the snow and the audio could have been better. GoPro's audio is horrible. The mics on the GoPro are not good at all. Despite how much time they improve it, it gets a little better, but it's not going to be as good as a dedicated mic. You know where GoPro really failed? They really failed to innovate on the design. They kept the same camera for a long time, and they also try to be a company that they're not. They even try to go into the drone business with the, I think it was called the GoPro Karma, and that did not do well for GoPro at all. New artwork. Mark saying, what's the best cell network? New York City and South Florida, where you're moving? In New York City, hands down, it's Verizon. South Florida, hands down, it's AT&T. Casual city walking, what improvements are you hoping for in the next DJI Pocket model? What I really want from the next model, the DJI Pocket, I think it's a great camera already. I want 4K HDR and better battery life. That would really do well. Because right now, when I record on my Pocket 2, sometimes you'll see like the sky, it won't be blue, even though it is. It'll look washed out.
Ew.
Because it can only focus on the center. With HDR, it takes the whole image into account and processes it, so the color should be much better. But the problem with HDR is that the file sizes on HDR are huge. It takes that much longer to render. Yeah, POV, your phone suffers from improper white balance. Let me show you something. It's also a good time for me to take a break and get some water in. But I have here a white balance card. I don't really use it too much.
So we went to ABC Kitchen before the show because we knew we were going to be hungry. Yeah. And we weren't sure which one to like.
This is the white balance card. It's one I just bought to set the white balance correctly. There's a gray side and a white side. And what this does is you can focus the camera on this white and tell your video software to say, use this color as true white. So it will render the entire video based on white. And doing it that way, the sky should be much better and the color should be more true to themselves. And what happens is a lot of times when there's like gray skies or when it's snowing, the camera gets confused. They don't know the snow is white. They might think it's a gray, so all the colors will be shifted. Yeah, that's right. Bob says photographers use the white cards as well. Yep. Steve Mayfield, thank you so much. You're awesome, Steve. $50. You rock. Thank you so much. Wow, so generous. So I'm showing some of my tricks here with the white balance. Okay, I got a sip of water. Let's continue on. I really only use the white balance card when it's gray skies out or when it's snowing. Burger Croissant says reporters used to have a paper sheet in their pocket to calibrate white even on a Betacam. That's me. Nice to meet you. Wow. Great night on the High Line.
It is.
Yeah. Cool.
Germany.
Germany. Wow. Cool. Germany in the house.
I woke up but when I saw 9:30 I was in such a mood because I was like, I'm not rushing. Like, I'm not gonna rush.
POV says Germany, yes.
Is he in a live?
Yeah, I'm a live stream. Hi,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Sean won one day I'm going to know. I don't think so. There's just way too many people in New York City or around the world to know everybody. Oh, Angel, you saw part of my Boston live stream the other day. Keep up the good work from Boston. Okay. Oh, this was here the last time. I think this is a thermometer.
At a party this summer.
It shows climate change, I think. Yeah, equal measure. Oh no, it measures how sound travels through different surfaces. Here it is. One Black Angel asking if I have a P.O. box. I used to have a mailing address, but I got rid of it because I travel quite frequently and I can't really check it as often as I used to. Plus, people were sending me a lot of spam mail and it wasn't good, so I just got rid of it completely. Thanks, Henry Viras, saying, yo, what's up? Happy Friday. Thanks, Henry. Doing great here, walking on the High Line. Carl says that's called a metronome. Yes. I used to use a metronome too. It looked like a thermometer at first. Those are the ones that tells you the beat of the song or what you should be playing at.
Yes, like this would be better. Well, that's
Yeah, I know, Laurie. I was sad at closing my P.O. box, but glad my PayPal is there. Yeah, I'm glad too. But believe me, that mailbox was a lot more trouble than it was worth. Because I was getting spam and people were also writing to me like their life's problems. Like somehow I'm supposed to solve their life's problems. Wow, this is going to be fancy when it finally opens. It's still under construction though. Randall asked if I enjoyed Tampa and St. Pete. Yes, I do. Aiden, you're amazed at the video quality from an iPhone. Yes, it amazes me every single day. And this isn't even the latest model too. This is the iPhone 11.
And the very front row leaves, and she's like, all right, I'll come up.
So this area of the High Line is a great area to stand on. I forgot the actual name of this spot, but this overlooks 10th Avenue going vertically. It's the only spot in the High Line where you can do this. Gorgeous scenery. We can see Hudson Yards, that's where I walk from. Texman, when this is elevated, was it passenger or freight trains? It was, I think, mostly freight. So what we have over here is Chelsea Market. We're going to be walking right underneath it. This is the Chelsea Market building. It was originally the Nabisco factory, and it's short for National Biscuit Company. It's where the Oreos were invented. the trains would come right here through the Nabisco building and deliver and pick up supplies. Yep, Bob, the train went right through the building, and the platform and the High Line still does today. But this is the Chelsea Market. The Chelsea Market is owned by Google now, and it's a mixed office space and food hall. Also, the YouTube space New York is in here. Here's the lower level. Kind of strange, right? How... Hi, little mouse. It's a tiny little mouse. Whoa. Dom T with €2. Thank you so much, Dom. It's a cute little mouse there. Mousy, mousy, where are you? Oh, I don't know where it is now, but it's a little mouse. Oh, there it is. Watch. There's the mouse. Right there, where my light is. It went away. Here's the mouse right here. Hi, mousy. It's not a rat. It's a little mouse. Robert says baby rat. I don't know. It's small enough that it's cute now. But rats are cute too. I just don't want a dirty rat climbing on me. But what I was saying before, it's kind of strange how they have the train tracks here and they form the plant beds for the High Line. Frank says, what a find. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? We're crashing their photo shoot.
Oh, why does Adriana look so fucking hot right now? Hold on, wait. I gotta go. Oh my god. You can see how she fucking holding up her.
Good posing there. Laurie's saying nice photo shoot. It's amazing. But I don't know if I'd want to be taking pictures there without too much clothing. It's cold right now. You can only do it for so long before you start giving up. I've done it before. I've been crazy enough to like go out in shorts in the wintertime just to get a good picture in the snow or something. Oh, that's cool. Good spot for a picture. You take a picture there and no one will even guess that you're in New York City. Just a random archway. Michael Cruz, thank you for $2. Appreciate the support. Thanks, Michael. The section's still closed. Mary says I ate all the food, I'm ready to walk. You know it. I already walked like 45 minutes along Fifth Avenue. Wait, I wonder if this side is open. Yeah, it is. It's deceptive because they have that netting up there. But we can walk on this side. I'm the only one on this side walking. Thank you, Art Coons with $4.99. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the support. And Michael Ma, $5. Hi, all. Tuning in a bit late, but loving the Highline walk. Thanks, Action Kid. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. All right, so this is the neighborhood known as the Meatpacking District. It's known to be quite an area for nightlife. They still pack meat here, but not as much as they used to. Mr. Ohio says meatpacking and nightlife go hand in hand. Yeah, it's true. So I've walked the entirety of the High Line right now. That was a nice little walk. Before I go downstairs though, I want to make a little detour here and use the restroom, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got some super chats. One from Mary with $10. You got paid. Free commerce is awesome. Thanks so much for your awesome videos. They cheer me up. And Let Archer Prayer with $9.99. Thank you, Let Archer Prayer and Mary for the $10 super chats. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, One T-Bones with $3. Appreciate the support. Here we go. I don't think that person was too happy with me recording, maybe. I don't know. Mark says my video is perfect tonight. Clear where I am, cold out, it's just windy. Yeah, just a little bit windy. Let's go to the Meatpacking District. I'll show you some of the cool nightlife here. I don't really show this area too much. I'll go up this street and then I'll make a left and wrap around. It's a cool little spot called 63.
No, I mean, she's definitely younger. Like, I don't know if she's... Oh, yeah. She's definitely younger.
Holiday pop-up shop. Diptyque, Paris. Very colorful in there. Looks like it's like gems for the backdrop. Common Ground NYC is the bar. Cool. Looks like they're playing sports on the TV. This place is busy. Pastis. Thank you, Michael W. 5 Australian. Love my work. We'll be heading there December/January 2022 from Australia. How cold will it be in New York? I will almost guarantee you that it'll be cold and you'll need a heavy jacket. I don't know how cold it will be because that varies from year to year, but it can get below freezing. So just make sure you bring some heavy clothes. Here we have the famous Nelson Sullivan house. You can actually find a lot of his videos on YouTube. This is still the original vine that grew up over the roof of the house. And he made a lot of videos in the 80s. Unfortunately, he died very early, but now this area is a museum called Fort Gansevoort. But this is the original door of his home at 5 9th Avenue. Burger Croissant says the famous vlogger in the 80s. Yeah, and he didn't even know it at the time. But you can watch a lot of his old videos. It's very, very cool to see how New York City's changed since then. But he was doing vlogs, modern day vlogs, without even knowing it at the time. There's even a video of him riding the subway, and it's like all grimy and looks all old. Aiden Kerr, the name of the 1980s blogger Nelson Sullivan. Look him up. MJ say, I need to do a video on the public restrooms in New York. It'll be a huge service for us. Yeah, that'll be a difficult video to make because to tell you the truth, it's probably best just to pay for a drink or like a little food item just to use the restroom, because not all the time you're gonna have reliable options, especially at nighttime. A lot of places close. But if you go to department stores, public parks, shopping malls, those may have public restrooms, as well as the big transit centers, Penn Station, Grand Central. But more often than not, it's better just to go into a random restaurant if you're that desperate and ask to use the restroom. Here's a place I ate at with fellow YouTubers James and Carla, Hector's Cafe and Diner. Old school diner underneath the High Line, and they're actually struggling to survive. Their food was delicious. So I'd recommend you, if you like diner food and you're in the area, you don't want to go to these nightlife places, Hector's Cafe and Diner. Good place. And over here is a, Darlene, what's the name? Hector's Cafe and Diner. This is a famous outdoor spot in the Meatpacking District called the Standard. There's a bar on the first level, and it's also the name of the hotel. This is the Standard Bar and Grill. There's also a rooftop bar on the Standard too. So you get your choice. Not too many people are dining outside right now, but yeah, I don't blame them. It's cold out. Bottomless coffee. You think there's a beer garden there too? You might be right. Yeah, Bob, a lot of celebs party at the Standard rooftop. I went up there once during the daytime, took the elevator up. It's got great views. Mark Tyler, wasn't this a dangerous neighborhood years ago? Yes, it was. Not a great neighborhood in New York. You can actually check out Nelson Sullivan's videos because he used to live in this area, and he would vlog himself going to the nightclubs around here, and it was pretty grimy back then. All right, so where I want to go now is across the streets to Little Island. I think now is finally the time when I could visit, and I have to warn you because the Little Island, it's New York City's newest public park, but their rules on how you get in, when you can get in, vary all the time, so just be sure to check the website before you go, because sometimes they make you put reservations in, sometimes they don't, or sometimes after a certain time you don't need reservations. And then sometimes, like I came here with my scooter, I couldn't bring my scooter inside the Little Island, so it's quite frustrating for me. Right now, I think I saw the website at the beginning of the month. They say reservations aren't needed, so we'll just walk right in. But the time before this, I tried to come here, they told me that you need to make reservations. So all right, here's the Little Island. Right now, I think it's late enough at night that they won't enforce any, they don't need any like ticket reservations at this time anyway. Even during the opening month, they said it was you didn't need reservations before noon, and then after sunset, you didn't need reservations either. Actually, no. There was conflicting information because I remember even coming like after sunset, they said, no, you need reservations after noon period. But it looks like there's no one checking tickets now. We can just walk right into Little Island. Finally, after like the 5th time or so, I can come here. I don't have my bike with me today, so this is perfect. Or my scooter, I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, Zishan is open to the public. It's always been open to the public. Doesn't cost anything to go in here. But these platforms that the Little Island is situated on, they're supposed to represent flowers. I think roses. This place is really, really cool because there's a lot of stuff you can do here. There's also an eating area.
It's not the right sound, but I got everybody looking around. Okay, here we go. Set.
Yay! Good. Yeah. Woo! Who's gonna try next? Thank you, Makala Hunt, £1.99. Appreciate it. Yay! That was good. Here's my performance. Watch this. It's gonna be the best performance ever. Did you miss it? What would you rate my performance, huh? I call that Walking with Action Kid, diagonally. It was all right. Okay. It was like 2 or 3 notes. Well, let's go here. There's a smaller amphitheater here and then a larger one on the other side. We cannot go onto the lawns. They're resting. Hey, Bonnie with $19.99. Bonnie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Girl on the Crow wants me to go back. I have to come back there eventually to get out, right? It's really peaceful here at nighttime. Moonlight Mile Artisans, so peaceful. Oh, it is here. Clear view of Manhattan, right down to the financial district. Mark says this is so beautiful. Oh yeah, it's a great park. The only issue is getting here because it's a little bit inconvenient to get here with public transportation, and also you have to cross the street, which is basically like a highway to get here, so just be careful. Thanks Rob B with $5. Appreciate the support, thank you. Such a windy path. When I went with my friend John Barr from the Here Be Bar channel, I said that this area here looks like the Windows XP wallpaper. The rolling hills and the green. It's also the most viewed picture in the world, the Windows XP wallpaper, if anyone remembered it. Thank you, McCullough Hunt with 449 pounds. Appreciate the support. Thank you. There's a little pathway to go down this way. Gigi, it does, yeah. You know that that area that the Windows XP wallpaper was taken is a actual area in California. I forget exactly where, but you could go there still. Oh, all the food places closed up. Hundri Markina asking what's the name of this place. It's called Little Island. It's on the west side of Manhattan on the Hudson River near 14th Street. Oh, Bree Johnson, you know it. That place is in Petaluma, California. You drove there many times when you lived nearby in Sonoma. Okay. Now we have to go up here. Cat B, what time is this place open until? I think it's open pretty late. I think until midnight maybe, and then it closes up. Too much fun with those musical steps. I think someone's playing an instrument. This is the amphitheater. Oh, you know what the instrument is? It's over there. There's New Jersey and the Hudson River. We gotta give this guy some support. Good job. Woohoo! You can get this down here and start whacking. Cool. Full of musical instruments in the little island. What I could do is could put down the camera on one of these benches and look up. Let's see, how about this one? Yeah. Here we go. Might have to get closer. Oh, not really a good angle. But I'll try. What's up? This one feels like it's out of tune or something. This one doesn't work well. How'd I do? All right. Mary, you loved it. It has a good note. It has a good sound, I mean. Jennifer says I'm ready for Carnegie Hall. Alright, we gotta go up to the big overlook over there now and get some great views of New Jersey, the Hudson River.
I totally get that. Like, I see the...
I think I did much better than the musical steps. Janice says don't stay too long. I'm a little bit, my mind is a little bit distorted now, I think. Mary says don't forget to watch my massage with Jason Rupp. Yeah, that was pretty fun and painful. Sandra, New York, New Jersey. Where is this? This is Little Island. This opened in the summertime. Well, I think the springtime. I forget when. But absolutely gorgeous place to come and relax, have some fun, and have some gorgeous views. Okay, here we are, the highest point on Little Island. Ooh, professional pictures. Shaky Days says that's quite a view. It definitely is.
Sweating in your undies.
You want to do it? I'm going to take a few. Try to do a portrait.
Yeah, just move us.
I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't scared. I had a hidden section.
That guy's open life.
You don't swim? That's so dry.
Gorgeous, gorgeous view.
What are you doing? Wait, AJ, go here, come here.
See, Shan, you have places like
People
this in
seem
the
a lot more
UK. You
chill
suppose New York City has many places of interest that overlook such beauty. Yeah, there's places like these. All right, time for me to get out of Little Island and redeem myself, because apparently people didn't like my Action Kid Steps song. Lena, you liked it? It had a tune. Let's take the shortcut down.
Да, я тут даже
Laurie says you love the lights. Oh, it's gorgeous. By the way, I didn't show this on stream, but the restrooms in this park are amazing. It feels like you're inside a cave. Ooh. All right, let's try this. Time for redemption. Well, I'll let them go first. Ooh. That don't work.
I get the number, but it's crazy.
Here we go. I tried to do the Napoleon Dynamite dance, but it didn't really work too well. I feel like playing DDR. You know the DDR dance mat? It's like... Some of them don't play unless you step on them hard enough. Yay! Thank you, Shaky Dave. Good dance number there. Thanks, Shaky Dave. You can have fun for hours just playing on this.
No, tú me tienes que seguir. O sea, de que yo te voy a decir uno y tú lo recreas. Ok, ¿sí? Ay, no. No, te perdiste. No. A ver, voy a hacer una de... Ahora una.
So funny.
Así.
I'm gonna try one. Let's try this. What happens if I just walk around? Why don't these play? I stepped on them. What? Oh, I gotta step harder. Okay, I'm too weak. That's the problem. Woo. Oh man, I got dizzy. Okay. Yeah, you gotta step harder. Okay. Wow. He's good. All right. Wow. I got it. I got it. Alexander says any age can enjoy it. It was so fun. I made myself dizzy running across the notes in circular order. All right. So, Paula Du, thank you for $5. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna call it a night, folks. I've been out for a while already, and this is a good time to end it. After walking down the High Line and then coming to Little Island, there was a awesome place. Glad I finally went to the High Line and the Little Island. Rob says, will I live stream twice a day from now on? I don't know. I'll do it if it's appropriate, but I don't know if I'm up for live streaming twice in a day, you know? Just doing one is a lot. Or just even making a video is a lot too. I make videos too, as well as live stream. Let me get across the street first, because this street is tricky to cross. And then I'll end the stream. Because not only you gotta deal with cars, but you gotta deal with the bicycles too on the bike path. All right, we got that cleared. No bicycles. Now we gotta wait for this, the highway. It's the worst part of going to this park, crossing the street. And just to make sure you don't cross too early, they got two don't walk signals, one over there and one over there. Practice, thanks for the visit. You haven't been to the pause place yet? Yeah, you should definitely visit the Little Island. And okay, I'm gonna cross. And you know what sucks about this light? Before you even finish crossing the street, it starts counting down from like 10 seconds. Watch. As soon as I get into the middle. Well, not from 10 seconds, but look at this. What the heck? You already crossed the street and there's already like almost 10 seconds left. What if someone's really slow? That's not enough time. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it now. I'm gonna catch the bus along 14th Street and take it to the subway. Thanks for joining in, everybody. It was a nice night. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.